Hello my loves, it is so bright outside. What's new? Excuse the squinting. I've got my coffee. My gosh, that is so good. I went for a soy latte with caramel today. A little bit fancy. I'm so excited for today's video. I already know it's gonna turn out good because today we are doing a full face of SHEGLAM makeup, which is one of my favorites. I can't open my eyes. One of my favorite affordable makeup brands. Don't worry, my eyes will adjust in a second. Their range is just unbeatable. They've got the most amazing range of different colors for like everywhere. Blushes, bronzers, contours, lip shades. They've got foundations, powders, everything. So I'll be sharing with you some of my favorite SHEGLAM makeup picks, as well as I'm going to be trying some new products I haven't tried before. We'll do some like first impressions. And the reason I do want to share with you like some of my all-time holy grail favorites from SHEGLAM is because they are doing a Cyber Monday, Black Friday, all of the above. They have so many sales. Some of them have already started. On Black Friday, they have site-wide up to 60% off with free shipping, with code shipping. I'll put some like info on all of these sales down below, just in case you're tuning in a little bit later. You can like find the best sale for you. Pre-Cyber Monday, they've got selected products up to 40% off, and they've also got site-wide up to 50% off for Cyber Monday. They're also having flash sales where you can get 80% off one product per day. So heaps of different sales. Like I said, I'll put the info in the down bar. I had to jump on and just, yeah, share my favorites because people are sleeping on some of these. I mean, to be fair, if you watch my videos a lot, you've seen some of the products I'm going to show today like a trillion times. I literally have this enormous box of like brand new goodies to like filter through. I can't figure out what I want to use, so we're just gonna jump in. If you know, you know, one of my favorite SHEGLAM products is the Jelly Wow lip oil. I mean, mine's like pretty well loved. I've used so much of this, and this one's the shade Very Involved. I love this. It's so hydrating. I use it with like a lip liner for a lip look, or sometimes I just wear it with like no makeup for hydrating since it's lip oil. But look, I just received this one in the mail and I want to give it a go just before I start my makeup to prep my lips. Look how cool the packaging is. There's these balls on the inside. It's the Good Times Roll Ball Lip Oil by SHEGLAM. Yeah, it feels very similar. Like the product inside feels similar to the other one. Super nourishing, super shiny. I've shown this for what feels like a couple of years now, the Birthday Skin Primer. Such a good pick. But look, there's this new one here and it's called the Love Dive at First Sight Moisturizing Primer, which sounds like a bit of me. I love a moisturizing primer. And the packaging is so cute. It feels like real good quality. Like this packaging, it feels like a soft touch. And then we have a little cap on the inside. That's what the texture looks like. Let's try it out. It feels very moisturizing. Like it feels really thin, like a really lightweight moisturizer. It's almost feeling like it's dissolving into water as I blend it out, and it's real cold. It feels real nice. Let's just not talk about the elephant in the room. If you want to know what I did to my forehead, I guess just like keep an eye out for my next vlog because I spilled the tea. Luckily we've got some like good coverage stuff today to cover that up. This feels really good once it soaks into. It doesn't leave like a slimy film on your skin or anything. It blends right in and just leaves your skin feeling very plump. For the foundation, I want to use the sponge with it. Look how funny this packaging is. Like, is that not the cutest thing you've ever seen? Oh my god, it's I wasn't expecting that. I'll go wet this real quick. Alright, so it got much larger. How cool. It's got a little flat side too. And there's a new foundation I want to try. Normally I would go for the Balm foundation, which I can show you what that looks like. I've done a whole nother video all about this, which I will link down below for you guys. It's this one here, the Skinfluencer Full Coverage, and it's like a balm. I've got so many different ones of this. Like, I think I've got like 4 or 5 shades. It's like a very full coverage, and then I've got the powders too, which are also really full coverage. I might use a little bit of that soon. Let's try this today. This is the SHEGLAM Complexion Pro Long Lasting Breathable Matte Foundation. You guys know I usually go for like a glow. I love a glow, but I have a lot of liquid creamy products I'm going to use today. So I'm hoping that the matte base will look really good with like, you know, some glowy products on top. And I just thought it'd be something different because I always do the same kind of skin. So let's try full coverage matte for the first time in ages. Comes in this nice little sleeve. The packaging is unreal. It's like a really nice weight. glass packaging. It's got a pump. Like, this is luxe packaging and it's so affordable. I don't get it. Shake well before use. All right, I'm gonna do what I always do. I'm just gonna pump it straight in my face. Sorry in advance to anyone that hates this. All right, that's a pump. It might be a little bit pale, but that's all right. We'll bronze. The texture on my finger, just touching it, feels really thin. Very like thin and smooth. So I'm gonna take this sponge and just blend it out. Let's see. Oh my gosh. Okay. The coverage straight away is like so high. I thought I'd have to build it at least a little bit, but that's pretty good coverage. Definitely about a shade too light for me. I've got a very fresh fake tan on right now, so you know. And even though it's matte, it doesn't look dry. It looks smooth still. I'll zoom you in so you can see. I think it looks really, really good so far. Let's apply some on the other side. And the sponge is working well as well to blend. It's really soft. Yeah, I can get behind this. It's not drying, it's not cakey, it's not emphasizing skin texture or anything like that. It actually just looks really smooth. Hopefully we can cover this mark with some concealer, because the concealer I'm going to try today I've seen go viral all over TikTok. That was just one layer too. I didn't even build that up, and I feel like the coverage is pretty much full coverage. Like if I added another layer, my skin would literally look like a doll, but I like this. I don't want more coverage. Like, I feel like this is amazing. And let's look up how much it costs. I should tell you how much everything costs, but I'll actually just write the cost of all of the products in the down bar next to the item so you can have a look. Let's see. $9.49, cruelty free. That's crazy. It's so good. Do you see what I mean? If you are on a budget, or if you just want to try something new, the quality of SHEGLAM's makeup, in my opinion, is so much more than what you would think by the price. Like, the quality is there. It is really good stuff. I was talking to Hamish as well about this brand, and I was saying, you know, I obviously show it on YouTube because it's a really good affordable option. I love sharing affordable brands on my channel, but I told him, I was like, I genuinely actually like use it every day as well. Like, it's actually really good. The quality is really good. I'm not just sharing it with people because it's affordable. I'm sharing it because it's good. Like, it's the best of both worlds. There's these new concealers, right? And like I said, I've been seeing them everywhere all over TikTok because people are just like doing videos about the coverage and saying how crazy the coverage is. So I want to try it for myself. I've never tried it before. It's the SHEGLAM Complexion Boost Concealer, and I've seen it, but I haven't tried it. They've got these little sponges. I've got this really pinky undertone, which could be good under the eyes actually, just to like color correct. It's a good one too. I've got so many other products I want to try too. Like, they've got a hydrating liquid foundation, and they do the cutest limited edition collections. There's like a Care Bears one out at the moment. So the Complexion Boost Concealer, if it's not on sale, is only $4.49, and it looks like they've got a really decent shade range as well, like an even kind of spread of light, medium and deep tones. Let's twist it. I'm just going to stay zoomed in clearly while we try this out. It's like right there. I'm scared to like put out too much. I can see it though. Okay, here we go. Tap this on. One tip I have, if you do have breakouts and things, is apply it to your hand and then use a clean finger or brush to apply it to breakouts. Don't directly go in with this because obviously you could harbor some bacteria that way. I think the idea of this applicator is so that you could like blend with it, but for me, I am going to go back in with the sponge. I'm just going to use the butt end, and let's just tap. You can see the coverage is amazing. Like, it made such a difference to that mark, which this is like dry skin, so I don't think we're going to get a perfect cover because it's literally like a scab. How much better does that look? And the color ended up working really well. So the color I'm using is Nude, and then under my eyes I'm going to try the shade Pink Pearl, and I might use a little bit of Nude just like where I want a little bit more coverage around my nose. I don't really need more coverage anywhere, but I'll just pop some on in a couple of places. Why not? Just because I want to like feel it, you know. I want to like be able to feel how it feels on my skin on a large area, not just a scab. Kind of feels hydrating. Am I crazy? That lip oil though, incredible. My lips feel brand new. This is a very pink color, which I'm hoping will brighten, correct and conceal my bluey purpley undertones that I have going on around there. This sponge I feel like would be better for the face rather than under the eyes because it's quite big, but I'm just gonna squeeze it and see how we go. Okay, this color is like uber brightening. Oh my goodness. Okay, It blends out very easily, as you can see. Yeah, I do wish I had like a slightly smaller sponge just for that inner corner, but we're getting it done. We're getting there. And it doesn't look like crazy. The color worked out pretty well on my complexion, I would say. You know, we are going for that bright look. I probably could have used much less, to be fair, but you know, this is a first time. Next time I'd use less. Okay, yeah, I would use this again as well. I really like the results so far. Hopefully it doesn't crease. We'll see. I'm also like putting it on my waterline, which I know is weird, but sometimes I do this with my concealer and it just helps to conceal the pink waterline that I get, you know, especially when I've got my hay fever, and I'm a hay fever queen, okay? I seem to have it like year round at this point in my life, which is just fantastic. That is so brightening though. Look how bright that whole area is. Now I do want to set under my eyes with one of my favorite, oh, but I've got a new one. I've got a favorite setting powder, which I've used in so many videos. I'm thinking I should probably do blush and stuff first, but the one I'm talking about is this one. This is the SHEGLAM Baked Glow Setting Powder in light pink. I also love the other shade I have, Cappuccino. Oh, these are so good. I've used them in heaps of videos. You can search them on my channel. I also have this brand new one, look, Bubblegum. Like I said, we'll do blush and stuff first, but I just have to have a look because I don't know what it is about an under eye baking powder lately, but they just have me in a chokehold. I love them. Ever since using, you know, powder puffs under my eyes, I love loose powder under the eyes. It's a game changer. So if you haven't tried it, you need to. Look how cool this packaging is, first of all. Let's zoom out a little bit, okay? I feel like we're a bit too close and personal. By the way, sorry about the background. I'm getting ready to film a PR haul, which I noticed there's even more SHEGLAM stuff, like new stuff. So I don't know, if you love SHEGLAM makeup, keep an eye out. There's a pressed powder and a loose powder. Yeah, keep an eye out for that PR haul. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm gonna have to try that. We'll try it soon. These are incredible. I have so many. They've got like the blush, the contour, the bronzer, the highlighters, like all sorts. So this shade in particular, this is one of my favorite shades. Where's my new shade? I got a new shade. These are favorites, okay? This one here, Soft Tan. I don't think I've tried this shade before. So this is Sun Sculpt Liquid Contour in Soft Tan. And the color, I had a look at it and I just feel like it would be a really good contour color. So I'm going to use a small amount of this. See how it's very grey? That's good for contouring, right? I don't do a lot of contouring these days, but every now and then, just under the cheekbones, I like a little bit. But when it comes to like my temples, my nose and everything, I love just warmth, bronze, all of that good stuff. And I have to share two of my favorite shades. These two are just so good. So we have Golden Sun, and I'm just gonna like literally use all of these so you can see. So Golden Sun, you can see, is a bit more warm compared to this color here, but it's not like crazy, so it's a really good one. But if you're like me and you love something very warm, then you've got Terracotta. It's a little bit darker again and a whole lot warmer, and I love it. So I'm just gonna like mix and match, because why not? Going back in with a bit of Golden Sun. I'm gonna put that over my nose and a little bit on top of my cheeks, and we're just gonna blend. Honestly, these are incredible. They blend so well. The colors are amazing. I actually really like the applicator. The packaging's so cool, and you can see the color at the bottom, which is handy. Packaging like feels so good. So like, I haven't had any issues with any of them leaking or anything like that. I just think these are amazing. So definitely pick some of those up. I'm gonna start with kind of blending the contour shade, and then blending the others kind of into it. And do you see how that just kind of created like a shadowy effect? I mean, you guys all know this, hello. But just in case you don't know, now you know. They literally blend like butter. I don't know, every time I wear these, I just feel pretty. I don't know. The colors are just so good. I just feel like they make my skin look good. Definitely one of my top picks. And I like to bring it all the way down, like kind of over my cheek a little bit. I mean, we're gonna add blush, but just to warm up my complexion. I love putting bronzer all over my nose like this. And they are blending well on top of the foundation as well. There's no issues there. Cool. And you can see I've got just a few to choose from here. They've got so many different blushes, and they've got new powder ones which I want to try today as well. Like this one right here, it's called Love Dive. The packaging, once again, is incredible. It's similar to the primer, and the color is so pretty. I might go in with this one. I haven't tried this particular color before. These are incredible though. I love these as well for all of the same reasons as the bronzers. The packaging is so cool. This is Petal Talk. I like to kind of apply mine a little bit further back, and this color you can see is a little bit more like pastel than I would normally go for, but I thought because we're going to be using this as well, it could look good. I'm actually going to go in with my sponge again to blend this out. Look, that's so not scary. I'm going to go in with some more. I like products like this that I can like add a bit more if I need to, because I would way rather that than go in and then, you know, it's a mess. If I apply too much at first, it's way harder to fix, rather than, you know, if you can just build it up, it's much better. I didn't think I would love that color, but I kind of do. Perfect for spring. One that I use a lot is called Gold Quartz, and I'm just going to apply a little bit so you can see that color. I love this one. So this one's obviously a little bit more bold. This is kind of like more the color I normally go for, obviously, because this is the one I use the most. Take a look at that. They have a bunch of shades though, so whatever kind of color tone you like, you'll probably find it on their website. And I'll try this soon. First, let's set these under eyes. There hasn't been too much creasing, but I will just, you know, smooth it out one more time before we set it with powder. And I've got powder puffs too, so let's try one. These are the Insta Ready powder puffs. Cute little pink one. I guess I'll try the pressed powder and then maybe I'll do some of the loose powder on top to bake. This is how it's looking, the color. So pink under eyes are like a big trend. They're very brightening, you know, heaps of high-end brands. Whoa. Okay, I'm gonna do one side. Heaps of high-end brands are putting out pink under eye setting powders, but if you don't want to spend the money, I have been loving, like I said, loving the under eye setting powders from SHEGLAM. I'm so excited to try this, to be honest. Already. That's so bright. May have got carried away over here with the pink. Whoa, that literally looks flawless though. Like, look how perfect this looks through here. That looks so smooth. It looks like I've just put a filter on my video, which I have not, needless to say. What the heck? I don't even feel like I need to use the loose powder. Should we do one eye with each? Is that going to be weird? So I'm going to try some of the loose powder on the other side. Hopefully this doesn't look too crazy. You could probably do both as well. I was going to, but I feel like if I do both, that's going to be way too glam. Like, even for me. The loose powder side is a little bit more subtle. It's still brightening and it's perfecting. It made my skin look so good. And it feels very soft, very finely milled, just like the other one I love. I do feel like this is going to be a new go-to though, because I like the 2-in-1. And yeah, I think next time I'd use a brush with the pressed version just to, like, you know, put on a little bit, because it's so brightening. Like, that's a lot. I do feel like I kind of need to even it out a little bit, so I'll just take a little bit and put a little bit on this side just to add a little bit of that pink pigment, just so we match. And then I'm going to get a powder brush and just blend the edges. I'm going to take a little bit of my SHEGLAM Skin Focus High Coverage Powder Foundation in Bamboo. You can totally use this alone. You don't have to use this on top of other makeup, but I am just going to take a tiny amount of this to just set my T-zone a little bit. It's going to add coverage. Like, this powder is so high coverage. Okay, I know the cheeks look crazy right now, but hopefully when we do the rest of our makeup, it'll all like come together, because that's looking bright. Going in with the Love Dive Tender Heart Powder Blush in Your Peachy. I wouldn't really say it's a peach color. It's definitely pink, and it is pretty neon in real life. Like, not neon, but bright. And I just feel like it's going to be pigmented because that's just the pattern here. So I'm just doing one tap into the product. Yeah. That's pretty neon. That's pretty though. Let's settle everything down with a bit of setting spray. I do have this matte setting spray by SHEGLAM. Packaging is really nice. Look at it. Cute little thing. Matte Fresh setting spray. Keep your makeup fresh all day. I thought maybe we'd do this before we do highlighter. Just melt down all of the products, all of the powder. Feels very refreshing. I wasn't sure because normally I go for glowy, like I say, glowy products. This is matte once again, but it still feels very refreshing. I didn't know what to expect. Let's see how it looks when it dries down. Yeah, it just mattifies, I guess. You guys might think I'm crazy because I'm going to use this highlighter today. It's the Chromazone Multi-Chrome Shade Lucid. It goes for $6.49 and the packaging is so cool. I'll swatch it. Oh my god. And I mean, we've got so much pink going on, so this is probably going to be so over the top, but why not embrace it? This is like molten liquid, but it is powder. It's not a like cream or anything like that, but look how beautiful this tone is. This is me, like me in a color. I'm pretty sure I have used this on my channel before, and if I haven't, I've definitely used it in real life before. This is not the first time I'm trying it. I really need to do some eyeshadow or something because those eyelids are not doing it for me. Oh my god, look at that. Okay, this is obviously blinding highlight territory. You want something that you can customize, then once again, this range, they've got so many beautiful, what are they, highlighters? I'm like losing my words. Glow Bloom liquid highlighters. These are amazing and buildable. You can go from natural to like blinding with these. And I've also got these ones here, Snatch and Glow Sticks. I love this shade here. It's called Tea Cake. It's so silky smooth. Back to this, like I just love a duochrome highlighter like this, like a pinky highlighter. Since back, like when did we start seeing these? Like 2015 or something like that, when all the brands had like colorful highlighters. Like they're just so cool. And I don't know, I'm kind of getting into highlighter again. I like literally stopped wearing highlighter for so long, but lately I've just been loving it again. I think it's because like in real life sometimes I don't do a lot of eye makeup, so like the highlighter on the cheeks helps to like make my makeup look a lot more glam without having to do a whole lot of, you know, complicated eye makeup. I really think we should do some eye makeup though right now because it's looking a little bit strange. Set Me Up Brow Hold. This is a clear one. Let's try it out. Once again, the packaging is just so cool. Look at that. Stunning packaging. Comes with a brush. I like to flatten the spoolie one way like this so that it's nice and easy to just dunk straight in there, and then amazing. Although I'm working with SHEGLAM in this video, like they are not telling me what to say about any of these products. These are all my own genuine, honest thoughts. The first line in their brief they send is, "We want your honest opinions." And I have honestly just been so in love with so many of their products over the past like year or two. How long? I don't even know how long I've been using them. I know when I first moved into this house, I did like a full face of their products, so like earlier this year. It's just a brand that I constantly come back to. It's just really good stuff. You know, I use it when no one's watching. So hopefully, you know, I've put you guys onto some good things. Hopefully you guys have tried some stuff that I've recommended and loved it as well. I'd love to know. I've already used this before. It's the Brows On Demand 2-in-1 Brow Pencil. This is the chocolate one, which is a little bit dark for me, but you know, often I do go a little bit darker on my brows. I should probably pick up one of the lighter shades. I'm not gonna do like too much filling in to my brows, but I just want to tie them up a little bit, focus. So yeah, it's 2-in-1. So it's got this side here which is like a really tiny micro pencil. Like it's so tiny, you see that? So you can get really good precise strokes with it, and it's not too creamy, it's not too hard, it's just right. Can you see the difference? Like that's filled in with pencil and then that's not, so it just gives a really nice definition. And then if you have any like blank spaces or you've got sparse brows, on the other end it's got this brow pen, and they've actually launched a individual brow pen as well. This one here, it's the Brow Icon liquid brow pen, and this one is even finer. Look at those brush tips, like they are so fine. So yeah, the one in the black packaging is just a little bit smaller again, but I'm just gonna stick with this one product today to show you. And you know, if you've got any sparser areas, like I got this little gap just there, literally just doing little flicks will just fill that in. I'm not gonna go crazy on the eye makeup, but I've got this SHEGLAM Jazzy Jigsaw eyeshadow palette in Hued and Nude, and this is what it looks like. I've been using the mirror, it's got a huge mirror, so that's what I've been using to do my makeup today. But some people have been asking like why I'm not just using my far away mirror anymore. I mean, I can see in that, but my eyesight's gotten worse since having a baby, so like, you know, using a mirror like close up is just so much easier for me. I'm not like straining my eyes. And I'm just going to kind of set the concealer because this is kind of like a shade that matches my skin, and then I'll go one shade darker. Did you see what color I used before? It was this one. Yeah, it's like just my skin tone. And now we should start seeing a little bit more pigment because obviously it's darker than my skin tone. These are very buttery. I don't feel like I've used much SHEGLAM eyeshadow, have I? Like, I don't remember really trying any. Have I ever tried any? I don't know. That is a really nice neutral color. It's got peachy kind of undertones to it. Kind of just placing the color, and then I'm going to take a fluffier brush and I'm going to diffuse that. It's actually more pigmented than I thought it would be, but it's very easy to blend. Look at that. But I do want to see, you know, some of these other colors. Let's go for the next darkest one. I'm just going to keep trying them Yeah, the texture is really out of it. It's almost like a powder that's like creamy. I don't know if that makes any sense. I'm just going to swatch on my finger the darkest color. Look at that. It was like one dip. What the heck? I'm actually kind of shook. Look, one. I'm kind of blown away right now. Like, you saw that, right? That was like barely, like that was one. Let's try a shimmer. Ready? Real time, we'll do this one. One swipe. I mean, I expected them to be good because, you know, I enjoy this brand a lot, but I was not expecting that much pigment. I'm just slowly building up the colors. A little bit of shimmer on the inner, a little bit of smoky outer corner. Look at that pigment. I barely dipped my brush in. I can't even think. My words aren't working because I don't know what to say. Like, it's just so good. How long is this video at this point? Like 8 years? I'm sorry. Keep an eye on SHEGLAM. Like, they have a mailing list. Keep an eye on the website. They have some end of year sales coming too. So, as if it's not affordable enough, you can save even more money, which in this economy, we're all about. I need more of their eyeshadow palettes like ASAP. I need some colourful ones. Alright, and now shimmer. I feel like shimmers often go on better with fingers, but let's just try a little brush. I'll do this one, the one that I swatched before. Picks up on the brush really nicely though, look at that. Let's see how it applies. Yeah, it still applies amazing with a brush, to be honest, but if you want to use your fingers, you're going to get even more shine, I would say. Really pretty. This is the kind of makeup that just makes me feel really pretty, you know? Now I do want to add a little bit of some brown under my lash line, I think. So I think I'll start with this one. Honestly, this has been the underdog this video. I was not expecting to love it as much as I have, and the colors even, you know, they just look like whatever, they're just neutrals, but honestly, like look how pretty they've all turned out on the eye. Like I just feel like it's so, I don't know, it was a surprising favorite for me. I'm gonna go back into the highlighter I used on my cheekbones, and I'm applying a little bit of that on the top of the brow, like under the arch. I can't even talk. And you know what? Let's do a little bit on the inner corner. It's a shame about the scab. There's a few different like eyeliners and things, but I really want to try this. It's the Get Foxy Eye Stamp and Liner Pen. They've also got this like double-ended eyeliner. Like they've got so many different eyeliners. Let's try this though. So you've got one stamp on that side, you've got one stamp, whoops, one stamp on that side, and then as you can see, you've got an eyeliner pen as well. Like they've thought of it all. A lot of the times with these stamp tools, you only get the stamps, or you have like two different ones. They've both got a stamp each. Then you've got your eyeliner separate, or the eyeliner at the other end. At least everything's in one here. With other brands, you might lose one or like misplace it, and then what do? Now, I feel like I'm really crap at these, but I'm gonna give it a go for you guys. Okay, it's not as pointy as I want, but you can just kind of add a little point, you know? I feel like the hardest part is matching them. I feel like that one's way more pointy up here, but that's okay. The pigment's really good though. Like that was just one quick little thing, and I do feel like I would prefer a thinner eyeliner. This is quite thick, but let's try it. Maybe it's not so bad. The pigment is crazy. Real pigmented, real black, and I'm gonna just point this. Easier said than done. I'll use my finger now. Alternatively, you could just use a little bit of concealer, and I suppose it's one of those things like practice would make perfect with. Yeah, okay. That's how it worked out alright. You just need to practice. They've got some new mascaras. There's a waterproof one as well, but I prefer washable. This is the washable black, and it's called the SHEGLAM All-in-One Volume and Length Mascara, and it's got two ends. I'm assuming this is the volume side, just from my experience, my knowledge in mascara wands. Got like the more lengthening wand as well. I hope this is good. And you know my stitch with mascaras, I like ones that kind of are really easy to apply and I don't have to spend ages building. That's one coat of the like volume side. I'm not like blown away, but it's nice. Let's see it with this one. Okay, I prefer, yep, that really defines and lengthens. Yeah, this side. This side's it. There's a before and after. I feel like this one like maybe deposits like a little bit more product, but yeah, I like this one better. I mean, it doesn't matter, they both come two in one. Another product I use by SHEGLAM all the time is their lip pencils, but they've got like a whole lot of new ones. Look, they've got boxes and boxes and boxes. So Lippy lip liner sets. We've got nude, rosy, brown, and actually that's another nude. We got 2 nudes. And then you get 3 lip pencils. I could not tell you actually what color I wear. Like, I've got a few in my drawer that I always wear, but the problem is like they didn't have the color printed on them. But I can tell you now, okay? So today we are using 523 Brazen. Now I really like these. For the price, they look really nice. They last a really long time. This color is so pretty. And I don't know what kind of lip to do because first off they've got these, which is so cool. These are the lip stacks, mega lip stacks. There's 4 colors in one, okay? Like, is this not the coolest idea for travel? And it's just fun. Like, it just brings out the child in me. Like, is that not cool? I love it. I showed Hamish and he was like, that's so cool. Even he was hyped. We've also got these. The packaging is so cool, first of all. And then this color, I just feel like would look so good with that lip pencil. We've also got these. These are the SHEGLAM lip plumpers. They're all tinted, right? This one's First Crush. And you just click it out. They look like this. I kind of want to use one of these. And this is what I was thinking of doing some lip swatches on because there's so many colors. Like I've got all of these ones I haven't even opened yet. This one could be cool, like a pinky color to go with the highlighter. And I've got like all of these ones too. Like I've got so many shades. And I'm hoping everything I'm mentioning today is still available on their website. If anything by chance is not available or if it's sold out or anything, just have a browse. Like I say, they've got so many different things. Making me blush. Let's try it for the first time. They're very melty, look. So be careful how much you pump out. I like how you can just pump out a little bit at once. It makes sense to me now. It's very shiny. I don't know if it actually plumps. It kind of feels a little bit like minty plumping-ish, but it doesn't hurt or anything. I think it's just like the appearance though, like because it's so shiny, it just makes your lips look plumper. I really like the color. I think it's perfect with my makeup today. I love my makeup today. Genuinely, I don't think there were any fails, were there? Like everything just worked out for me. Probably the item, what's the item I'd like the least? Maybe the setting spray, just because I prefer a shiny setting spray, but it actually mattified. So I don't know how they do it. What's in here? Like it made everything matter. Made everything matter. You know what I mean. Overall, my genuine thoughts on SHEGLAM makeup, I just think that they are amazing, amazing value for money. I cannot stress that word enough. Amazing. It's definitely one of my favorite affordable brands. I feel like they just put out really, really good stuff. And the colors are nice. They're not just chucking out weird colors. Like the colors are really good colors. If you guys want to shop their range, I will, you know, put all of the links down in the down bar. I will link everything I used today, so it's nice and easy for you. I hope this video was helpful for you to, like, you know, find some new things to try. Let me know, and let me know if you've tried any of these products and what you think as well. And I will talk to you guys in my next video, which hopefully will be that PR haul. Bye.